Welcome to Coach Graham's Corona Academy of Basketball Skills and Drills. While we can't get together and practice, we can still work on our game. So, simple drill I like to work on now that we've got some downtime is form shooting, all right? So we want to work on our mechanics as a shooter because the foundation and how we shoot from up close is going to lead us how well we shoot from the outside, because the further you get away from the basket, the less margin for error you have. So one drill I like to do is I like to take a chair and I'll sit down and I'll work on just the upper body mechanics of shooting. So I'm going to shoot it into the rim. So what we want to work on is make sure we have the ball in the shooting pocket. And you all have heard me talk about that in practice. The shooting pocket is right here. And that's our ready shot position. Elbow, I like to have my elbow out so it's not like this together, because if this elbow comes in, this one flies out. And if it flies out, you start looking like Lonzo Ball or LeBron. All right, and we don't want to do that. So they're good players, but not good shooters. So to be a good shooter, you want to have everything in alignment. So I want my shooting arm over top of my knee, my shooting knee. And for this drill, we're just going to work on the upward movement, right? So we want to get in the shooting pocket to begin with, come up, both arms high, get our release point high. And we don't want to have our arm out here when we finish follow through. It's not like we're throwing darts, all right? We're shooting a basketball. So we want to have our shooting elbow needs to be above our eye. And then the final thing is the follow through. You have your hand reaching in the cookie jar, so your thumb is pointing down at your elbow. You don't want it out like this. You don't want to come across your body. Straight up, straight down, all right? So again, I'm starting that shooting pocket. Boom. Now that you've done that, make 10 of those, all right? So what we want to do is we're going to come to the side of the backboard. We want to do 20 on the side of the backboard, okay? So we got our feet together. Your strong foot's going to be staggered halfway in front of your weak foot, shoulder width apart, ball in that shooting pocket. Like I said, we're just concentrating on this motion right here. All right, you want to do 20 of these. Shooting on the side of the backboard is a good gauge to whether or not you're shooting straight. Soft. Finish on your toes. All right, then you go back to the chair and make 20 more. Next step is we're going to come. A lot of young players, they like to catch the ball, play with it too much, or dip. Like that's going to give them better balance or better power for their shot. The more you dip, the worse your shot's going to look. I like to tell people, catch high, keep high, finish high. All right, so I like to have this chair in front of me when I'm doing my form shots. That way I can't go lower. Have my legs loaded, knees bent, ready to go. All right. I'm gonna make 10, okay? And I'm gonna try to finish with 5 switches in a row. Any drill you do, you're gonna try to finish with 5 switches in a row. So you have it right here, feet staggered, ready to go. Lift up. Yeah, high finish. Keep the ball on the chair. Remember, you don't want to dip. Keep your feet high. Feet flow and follow through. Here we go. So the flow is the rhythm, right? So you want everything going up at the same time. So ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, elbows, wrists, everything going up at the same time, all right? We don't want to be here, because then your legs are out of your shot. Feet, flow, follow through. If you need to change, you can diagnose your own shot. So if it goes off the front of the rim, probably shot it too flat. Right? You hear me say all the time, layups and free throws are the 2 most important shots in basketball. So I don't care what your pre-shot routine is, at 2 dribbles, 17 dribbles, whatever. It's good to have the chair in front of you, because a lot of people, when they shoot their free throws, they want to come down here or come out like this. The less you play with your shot on a free throw, the more mechanically perfect it's going to be. So do your rhythm. I typically am a 3 dribble and spin man myself. Place it here. Okay? And that's all you're going to do. So that. Next set of drills I want to work on goes in the line of form shooting. So this is as you're warming up. I like to call this drill 5, 5, 5 at 5. So what we're doing is we've got 5 spots around the perimeter, like in a 3-point shooting contest, and you've got to make 5 shots from 3 different spots in that same line. So we've got baseline, wing, top of the key, other wing, other baseline. All right, so we're trying to practice to be good scoring from all 3 levels. So we want to be able to score up close near the basket, mid-range game, and then from 3. All right, so those are the 3 levels. So all we're doing is we're coming up here, make 5 up close in a row, finish with a switch, move back to the mid-range. All right. And then 5 from the 3-point line. All right. Once you've made 5 from each one of those, you move to the next spot. Now, if you want to make this drill more difficult and challenge yourself to be a next level shooter, instead of just concentrate on making 5 from each spot, concentrate on you don't get to 5 unless you keep making your shot. So if you miss, you take 1 away. So like if I've got 3 and I miss, I go back down to 2. Miss again, back down to 1. So you got to qualify to make 5. All right, so you want to make more than you miss in that drill. So that's the way you challenge yourself on that drill. Right? So the next set of drills we're going to work on is just changing speed, changing direction, right? So we're going to go with 1 hand at a time. So we're going to go starting in the middle of your body, cross, cross, and between, between, cross, cross, between, between. So it looks like this. All right, try to keep your eyes up. It makes you better. Forever since I've done any kind of ball handling drills. All right, middle to out, back, between, between. Oh! Gotta go fast. All right, that's that one. Now we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, between. 1, 2, 3, between. 1, 2, 3, between. 1, 2, 3, between. All right, then we're gonna start. We'll go back to the left hand. 1, 2, 3, between. 1, 2, 3, between. Just like that. All right. So now we're going to do cross, between, behind. So cross, between, behind. Cross, between, behind. And try to speed it up. Go game speed. So we're going to go cross, cross, between, behind. All right. So now we're going to do cross, between, behind. Right? It's just like it sounds. Cross, between, behind. So. So I don't want to be predictable to the defender, right? So I don't want to be cross, between, behind. I want to switch it up. So. Right.
That would have been